Good morning, Scorpios. Welcome to November 3rd. I started doing your reading already and then got a call in the middle of my video. So I'm just going to clear the energy here a little bit with this sage, and I will read off the cards that came out. It's just a couple. So I pulled the card for happiness and the card for mastery. And the ideas that were coming out in the first part of this reading were essentially that whatever you're in spiritually right now is requiring you to see the silver lining in everything. You're becoming a true alchemist. Mastery, the card of mastery says, is the adherence of the laws of the light to the laws of our life. Spiritual and emotional breakthroughs are the most important achievement for the developing master. So if you want to take a screenshot, you may read that backwards, I suppose. And then happiness says it's usually the result of circumstances, but true happiness endures in spite of circumstances. So you're developing true mastery over alchemy through shifting your perspective and through emotional awareness. The devil came out right on top of my original pull here, and I'm just gonna clear the energy again with this sound bowl because I'm feeling like a lot of like claustrophobic, like crowded energies. Okay, Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energy back, transmuted, and clear the air so that the messages may come through. So something happened this morning when I was going to start the car. All the windows in my car opened, even though it wasn't on. I was putting the car seat in my car, and all the windows, including the sunroof, opened. And it was the strangest thing. But I'm definitely feeling this heavy presence of like ancestors, somebody trying to close off your throat chakra, potentially somebody around you like trying to prevent you from speaking. Death. This could be your energy. The week of the 13th through the 20th can be important. But this is you cutting yourself free from your devil, your obsessions, your addictions, and anything in that energy in your past. This is you like being able to free yourself using this process of alchemy, of alchemizing your mountains into molehills, basically. I don't really use that phrase a lot, so maybe some of you use that phrase, molehills into mountains, mountain into molehills. Venus in Libra? No, Leo, sorry. Venus and Leo. We have 7 of Wands here. The 7 of Wands in this deck says valor. I'm getting like really, really warm. Usually I'm really cold, so maybe some of you are, whoa. With the energy of this 7 here, feeling like a fire like lit underneath you from something that's coming this month. The whole energy of this reading when I first sat down to like pull these cards was wish fulfillment. And death's energy is like really cold, right? And watery. And you might have been trying to like light that fire, or you might be fighting for something important to you. And these wands behind you are like your spirit team. We're going to pull 2 more cards for this, and then we'll dive into the tarot. I want to know what kind of situation is this for Scorpio with the devil? Truce. Okay, so you might be coming to terms with something in your mind. Jupiter in Libra. Some situation that was maybe perceivably unfair, like you're you're able to step back and see it for what it is, and like see the reality of it and come to it with a just mindset, an open mindset. 4, I'm also getting, could be the energy of like a partnership or something that happened in April. Sorry, I had to count the months on my hand. Something that happened in April. However it is, you're adjusting your mindset to be able to see this from a clear perspective. The Princess of Cups, or the Queen of Cups on the bottom. Interesting. I guess we're pulling 3 more cards for this. So, Death, Scorpio, you are in you're in like a new emotional space, like maybe protecting something that feels like in its fledgling, almost like youthful stages as far as whatever's going on with you emotionally. Maybe you found something that does ignite this passion, but you're like in this turtle shell on this Princess of Cups, right? And the focus on this can potentially set you free. It can bring you this new emotional strength, but you're afraid of getting carried away. It can also offer this rebirth with the lotus here, right? And the lotus being plucked or having already been plucked can also signify death, your energy. So it's like you're hearing nirvana in bloom. And I'm seeing the image on the cover of the Nirvana album. It's just the baby in the water, right? Babies know intuitively to hold their breath underwater. I think I remember reading that. And it's like you're in some sort of new emotional phase where you're opening your heart and being vulnerable. And instinctively, it's like you're holding your breath. So this mastery and happiness with the truce, this sort of balance coming in for you, it has everything to do with your ability to basically like breathe this fiery energy through you, especially as it relates to love with Venus here. And this emotional, watery stuff. Your devil might be overthinking emotional situations to the point where you're intellectualizing your emotions rather than feeling them or being in them. In this Valor with the wand going through it and the 6 wands behind it, plus the lotuses on either end, means that you're learning how to like balance that fire when it comes in, breathe it out, like use the right outlets for your energy, so that you're not intellectualizing as a means of like self-defense in emotional situations. You're learning how to like deepen. Scorpio's already come off as like deep, right? But like you're learning how to deepen your emotional container or your spiritual container or both, to be able to hold and reflect upon these emotions and like will them into form is what I'm hearing, especially using your voice. I think the ibis is a sacred bird of Egypt. It represents Thoth, who is the like patron god of this particular deck. And also he represents communication and writing. And I think his alchemical equivalent is Hermes, like Trismegistus. So with this energy of mastering happiness by being able to shift your perspective, you may be the kind of person who's learning to like, maybe you always think too much before you speak, and what you say ends up coming out like more layered than it needs to be, so people actually end up not being able to understand you. Whereas this is like a person who is learning to ride the emotional waves, and to speak exactly at that moment when it's needed, and to say exactly what they mean, That's what's coming through very strongly here. Okay. What is the time period of this reading for Scorpio? I don't know why that's coming through for me. The 7th. Okay, so you have 7-7 here. The 7 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. You're definitely speaking up for what you believe in at some point. It could be the 7th up to the 15th. This one wanted to jump out. 4 of Wands. Could be about a marriage situation. You have a 4 here. You might be seeing 4-4, 10-40 on the timer. You might be seeing 7-7. There's some sort of celebration. So maybe around your birthday, which is the 4th is tomorrow. So literally between the 4th and the 7th, like this weekend, this is like your weekend reading. You're learning how to speak up for yourself in a way that is like you being understood. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday. The Knight of Cups. This new emotional offer that's coming in. Usually I read the Knight of Cups as like a lover. You might be meeting somebody over the weekend who like catches your eye. Or wants to give you some kind of emotional offer. You're very much in your death energy though. The Knight of Cups to the Princess of Cups. It's like you might even be seeing yourself a little bit as like on your way to this Queen of Cups. Feel like you've got the Knight, the Princess, and the Queen. Like feeling like this person doesn't have a lot to offer you, or they don't quite yet. Maybe they're a little bit immature or younger than you. What is this Princess of Cups with the Knight of Cups on death here? I think it's cool that death has this like eagle on top of it, and the Princess of Cups does too. It's like these two are reflections of each other. The Hanged Man. Oh, and the 3 of Cups. You might be like going out with friends or something this weekend, especially to celebrate your birthday. The 3 of Cups could be like tonight, Friday night, right? Maybe you're out like celebrating, and you might get an emotional offer from somebody to like, this devil might be, this is specific for somebody, but this devil might be like if somebody gave you an emotional offer while you were out and about before, you would like go home with somebody, right? But this is telling me that like you're good where you're at and you'd rather just hang out with your friends, whoever you're out with, instead of going home with whoever this person is. So maybe keep that in mind, Scorpio. The 9, yeah, the Hermit. The Hermit and the Lovers. Okay, so your choice is to basically like, with the Queen of Cups again on the bottom. Whoa. Yeah, so your choice is to basically like deepen your emotional container, right? By like chilling with your friends or your group or whatever, hanging out where you're at, just kind of like enjoying this new emotional beginning for yourself and like standing up for yourself and what you believe in. With the Lovers here on the like choice aspect, and the Queen of Cups clarifying this Queen of Cups, and the Hermit like card 9 over hanging his light over card 3. I'm getting that you're gonna have more fulfillment in like hanging out with your friends and then going home with like to yourself, like with yourself, just kind of reflecting on that energy, than you are going to get from this like Lovers, Knight of Cups, like Hanged Man deal. This Hanged Man might actually, like this Knight of Cups might put you in some Hanged Man energy that makes you feel a little bit like we go from the 6 to the 12, right? Like you've doubled down on feeling stuck, or doubled down on like whatever lesson you've gone through to put you in this Queen of Cups and this 7 of Wands, which I like this combination a lot. But either way, it's like you go from the 12 to the 13, and then you go into this like 7 of Wands, like watery, fiery, like fighting for your emotional sovereignty is what I'm hearing, or being able to like speak up for yourself in a way that preserves your emotional sovereignty. and in a way that's compassionate to others. So either way, you go from 12 to the 13, you're into your death energy, your super Scorpio self, and you're again, the energy of this reading is like wish fulfillment and transmutation with mastery and happiness here. So like you've overcome your devil, and yeah, I don't know, I really like the celebration, the truce, the emotional offers, the like people around you, love, like it's really beautiful. So this is a weekend reading. What else does Scorpio have to look forward to this weekend? What is this watery, fiery energy here? I'm curious. Nine of Cups. This is satisfaction. This is emotional satisfaction. This is you learning to like do what makes you feel good, like unapologetically and also compassionately. What I'm seeing here with this Four of Wands and this Lover's cards, plus the Knight of Cups and Truce here, is like you might actually, your devil might also be, if you're married, like wanting to stay home and just Netflix and chill with your significant other all the time, and like maybe your friends have sort of fallen by the wayside and it's time for you to like pick that back up again and like give attention to your friendships and like give love to your buddies. Maybe you're recently married, and if so, congratulations. Nine of Wands, okay. So you're feeling emotional fulfillment after going through, like, basically having to stand up for yourself, having to, like, speak up for what's right. Maybe you go out with these friends, you have a good old time, and they're like, why have you been in your hermit mode? Like, why haven't you come out with us? And you're like, I've just been chilling in my own space. Like, I don't want any more of these, like, weird, emotional, like, shallow offers from the knights, you know? Like, I want to be in this stable energy. So somebody, I'm also getting with the sun, somebody might be accusing you of, like, being a princess, male or female, however you identify, doesn't matter. Tarot is genderless. But somebody might be accusing you of, like, acting like a princess. Like, you haven't come out to hang out with us. Like, you think you're too good for us kind of deal. And you're like, no, I've just been working on me, my satisfaction. 999 might be important. The 9th might be important for you. The 7th to the 9th can be a time coming up where you need to really focus on what makes you feel emotionally satisfied, and be grateful for what you have. And speak up when somebody tries to, like, maybe drag you back into this hanged man stuck energy. It's like, you've already been there. You've already been wounded. It's time to, like, I'm seeing with the Nine of Wands. I like to read the Nine of Wands as, like, yes, this person's wounded and they've built their wall, and maybe their wall, like, this wand has hit them or something, and they're like, okay, like, but the battle's over, right? They've had time to bandage up their wounds, and the battle's over. And in the 10 of Wands, they're then taking down all of the staves to, like, walk their wall away or whatever. Like, I like to read the 9 of Wands as somebody looking back and being like, okay, that was rough. So maybe you're used to going out with these friends, and, like, it gets a little wild, you know? And you've been in your hermit mode because you're like, I can't keep doing that. you know what I mean? And maybe that's what this 7 of Wands is, like, clarified here. Valor is just you standing up for, like, what makes you emotionally satisfied. Like, I just can't keep doing that. We did have the sun on the bottom. So, like, you're becoming enlightened to whatever this is for you. Like, whatever this 7 of Wands is, you'll know exactly what you need to say when you need to say it, and how to do so with compassion. I'm also, the 5 of Pentacles wanted to come out. So if this is something you're resonating with, again, take what resonates and leave the rest, right? If this is something you're resonating with, you may have to, like, leave some people in the cold. Like, if there's patterns you're trying to change in your life, you know, and you just keep getting dragged into the same patterns with certain people. It's like sometimes, this image has come to my mind a couple of times in the last few days. Like, the potential for the tree is in is in the acorn, right? Like the potential for the oak tree is in the acorn, but the circumstances under which that tree grows, like maybe there's a heavy snowfall and it like grows sideways because it can't find the sun for a little while, or maybe there's a storm and one of the branches falls off, you know, like we are like as susceptible to fate and destiny as we are to our environment. And sometimes there's no amount of like alchemy of the mind that can change who you become in an environment. Sometimes it's necessary to leave that environment. So yeah, and it might be hard to do that with this Three of Cups and the Three of Swords. 999 here, like, so if you have a friend group that's like maybe not, maybe if you're recently married and they're not supportive of your like relationship or something, I don't know, that's one message coming through. But with this Three of Cups here to the Nine of Cups here, we have the Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands, and then the Hermit, card 9, Virgo. You might be dealing with Virgo, or you might be like, you have Virgo in your chart or something that's like activating these lessons for you. I'm seeing you're gonna have more fulfillment in choosing to voice your truth with compassion, and to like protect your space, protect your vital energy. Anything else for Scorpios this weekend? 21:37 on the timer. This is actually like a lighthearted energy though. Whoever I'm channeling right now or reading for, they like, you like to go out and you like to be social and you like to have fun, and you like, it might not be as serious as like, I gotta leave my friends behind, you know. It might just be like, I need to chill on going to hang out with them for a while, or I can just go hang out with them sometimes. Like, it doesn't have to be all the time, and it's okay for me to communicate with them about how like I need to, you know, just not be out drinking or partying or whatever it is. The King of Cups. With the King and Queen of Cups here, you're going to be able to manage this emotional turbulence just fine. Yeah, it might feel a little choppy at first. Whatever this is for you, this Princess of Cups, I'm guessing it's just somebody or some people that you know and probably love trying to keep you stuck in some sort of like emotional space, and you're just trying to grow. You're doing your thing. You're doing the spiritual work. You're trying to, and the emotional work, and, you know, just kind of hanging out on your own. You're just trying to grow. So it might be a little bit hard for you to like speak your truth, and you might feel like responsible for other people's emotions. But this King of Cups is telling me that, clarified by these Queens of Cups, telling me that whatever emotional choice you make, it'll be from a balanced perspective, and it'll be supported, not just by you emotionally, but like by others. Like, others will have compassion for how you communicate this. Okay, I'm starting to feel like it's a little bit crowded up here. 23:30. I think that's pretty good. I think we'll do an advice reading for Scorpios for this weekend. This nice nice lighthearted energy. It was all crowded at the beginning of the reading, and I had to do a lot of space clearing. So maybe that's what it is. You just need to like do some cleansing, clear some stuff out, like, and that whole like all the windows opening in the car thing, like, yeah, just clearing stuff out, letting the air blow through the windows, like maybe get rid of some stuff. What should Scorpios keep in mind this weekend? Advice for Scorpios this weekend. 7 of Wands. With the 4 of Wands and the High Priestess. 10 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords. Yeah. Move on to calmer waters. Jump on that boat. Celebrate. Use your intuition to inform your decisions. Speak your truth. Do so knowing that you're supported by your community and your intuition. And your community is also spiritual, you know, your grounded physical community, your spiritual community, and that you're well on your way to your 10 of Pentacles, perhaps even like enjoying a 10 of Pentacles like moment or vibration this weekend. Yeah, I think that's all. I really like the energy of this reading today. I think it's gonna be a good weekend for you guys. I hope that it's a good weekend for you guys, and I hope that going into next week, this happiness and mastery is relevant and manageable for you. We're gonna pull one oracle card and then I'll see y'all off. Totally must be a new subscriber or something, or like, I don't know. Also, if you want to enter for the 11/11 free reading, please put free reading in the comments. I will reach out with how to claim that when I announce the winner on 11/11. My email is listed on my site page, and you can email me to claim your free reading. The October 10th free reader, Melissa Lillard -QQ4EP. I believe you still have yet to claim your reading, so please reach out to me in my email to claim that. It is read for you and listed. All right, advice for Scorpios this weekend. Some lovely energy to send them off with. Thank you all for being here, Scorpios. I love reading for you. I love this little community. It's so great. Thank you for helping my channel grow, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Also, I've been thinking about opening our channel up to like more signs. So if that's something that might interest you, let me know what signs you want to hear about in the comments. What signs you get along with, what signs are in your chart that you want to hear about. I think I'd like to start reading for more signs. If you're happy with just the Scorpio channel and you like the Scorpio only thing, let me know that too. I'd like to build a channel that is pleasing for all the peoples. So all you lovely Scorpios that follow, let me know what's up. Ooh, 6 of Wands, the Maypole, 4 of Hearts, aw, and Hangman. Yeah, Scorpios, you're in some sort of Hangman energy, but what I love about this Jack and the Beanstalk, this Jack and the Beanstalk is like the perfect metaphor for that transmutation, like happiness and mastery energy that we have, because Jack, his family's totally poor. He's sent away by his father to sell their last cow to get sustenance, and he comes back with 3 magic beans, and his father's like, why would you come back with 3 magic beans? Like, we're not gonna eat, we're gonna starve. And he throws the beans out the window, and Jack gets in big trouble. And then the next day, or I think in the moonlight actually, the beans grow into the clouds, and he's able to access the realm of giants, where he brings back a golden goose, and they're like set for life. But he has to like chop down the beanstalk in order to like make sure the giants don't follow him and destroy everything he loves. So you're definitely in a place of like feeling stuck because you haven't chopped down the beanstalk yet. Like you haven't gotten rid of the stuff that you need to get rid of. So definitely do like a clearing out this weekend, some sort of cleanse, like maybe a soul circle and like a cord cutting ritual, something like that. It's definitely related to your community and how you perceive community and what your community is about, how they support you. But what I'm seeing here is a good transformation. Anything that you're clearing out, cutting away, any communication that you offer in this regard to your current community is going to be well received, especially if you manage that with compassion. The 4 of Hearts is related to the 4 of Cups. It can mean dissatisfaction, but this is whatever like heartbreak you've experienced or whatever pain or anguish you're hanging on to from the past is being addressed here by opening yourself up to this help, or to like if you've been avoiding people, for instance, because you didn't want to talk about a situation with them, like you showing that vulnerability is going to allow them to be there for you. Yeah, half of her heart is gone. So maybe you've recently gone through a breakup or something and you've just been like totally in hermit mode. Like, I don't want to see anybody. Or maybe your breakup meant that you like weren't able to, you felt like you weren't able to go around the people that you used to hang out with, like with your significant other or something. But basically this ability to like accept your vulnerability is bringing in either new community or like family or this is reminding me of the Three of Cups that was here, like maybe some people that you haven't hung out with in a long time or some people you haven't talked to in a long time. Just being like, hey, how's it going? Like giving them a call, like that's coming through. Or maybe somebody will call you this weekend, yeah, and reach out and be like, hey, how's it going? You want to like come go out or something? Maybe they've heard about your situation. Being vulnerable will help like your sisters, again, gender doesn't matter in this case, just will help your community help you. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've got for you, Scorpios. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I appreciate you all, and I hope that this resonated with you. If you liked this reading, like it, comment, share, subscribe, and you can book an Etsy reading with me if you'd like. You can also donate via Cash App or Patreon. Those are both linked below, as is my social media if you just want to reach out and say hi. Okay, bye y'all.